Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, let's learn a Python program, that is write a Python function to append a list to the second list. So given two lists, first and second, so you have to take the first list and append the first list to the second list. So that is a problem statement. So let's try to solve this. So let me define a function that is let's say extend underscore list, and this is my function, and I have to pass two values, that is two input arguments. So those are of type list. So let's take first and second. So these are of type list, and what we do inside the program is take the second list and use the extend function, that is a list extend function, and pass the first list to it. Yeah, so this is a simple two-line code to define a function to append a list to the second list. So in the main program, so let's take two lists. So let me take a length variable, and this will be my list length, that is a first list length. So let's ask a user to enter the elements of that is first is ask the user to enter the, that is length of the list one. So let's use input function call, and let's say enter first list length. Yeah, so once the user enters the list length, so let's convert it into an integer type using the type conversion. And again, so let's take a list1 and an empty variable. So let's say list1 and initialize it to an empty list. So now we have to fill this list. So let's use a list containing an integer type. So for that, I'll use a for loop to iterate from 0 to the list length, that is for underscore in range of the length variable. Yeah, so we'll be iterating up to 0 to n, that is a list length, and asking a user to enter the list item. So for that, I'll use a temp variable and use the input function call to ask a user to enter list item. Yes, once the user enters a list item, so let's convert again it to an integer type. And here, so let's append it to the list one, that is temp item. We are trying to append it to the list one. So let's take list one and use the built-in function, that is append, and I have to pass temp. Yeah, so this is a method to get the that is get list one inside the program. And let's take the same variable length and use the input function call to ask a user to enter the second list length. So I am copying from the top, and I'll modify, that is this is second list length. And yeah, so let's take another empty variable, that is empty list variable, and initialize it to empty list. Again, I'll use a for loop, that is for underscore in range of length. Yeah, so I'll be iterating from 0 to the list length, that is list2 length, and again take a temp variable and use the input function call and ask a user to enter list2 item. So this is list2, and let me modify it here. So this is a list1 and this is a list2 items, and let's take list2 dot append and pass the temp value, that is a variable. Yeah, so these are the two methods, that is a method to get the list1 and list2 inside your program. So let me use okay, let's call the function directly, that is extend list, and let's pass list1 and list2 as input arguments. And yeah, so let's use a print statement, that is print function call to print the second list. So the contents of list2, that is the second list, is, let's give colon, and let's directly print the list2. Yeah, so this is a complete Python program to append a list to the second list. So let me execute this and let me show you how it works. So enter the first list length. So let's give 2 elements, and the list1 item is let's say 1 and 2, and enter the second list length. So let's give 2, and here let's say -1 and 0. So you can see the contents of the second list is -1, 0, 1 and 2. So that means the first list has been added to the second list, and the second list has been printed to the standard output. Yeah, so this is a complete Python program to append the first list to the second list. So I'll give this code in the description of this video. So that's it in this video. Hope you liked it. Thank you for watching. Bye.